Hey everybody, it's Yuki. First of all, as you guys can see, we have the new Yuki model for VTubing on the bottom right corner of your screen. Hopefully you guys like it. I always have messy hair anyway. But second of all, breaking news from the blog, we are returning to Kick for the first time in a while, and this time I think it's going to be permanent as part of our content series for our streaming platforms. So let me explain what this is. If you guys have never heard of Kick before, I'll explain a little bit, and then what's going on for week 3 and week 4, because there's potentially other things I want to talk about. So week 3 is going to be the first. Week 2 this weekend is going to be the first Kick return on Friday from Fortnite. Next week is going to be the Kick return, the Kick premiere, and the VR Chat Lite premiere for our YouTube audience next Thursday. And next Saturday is going to be our Yuki the Hedgehog premiere for the Kick for Twitch viewers. And then, depending on when we finish the ROM hack, Kick gets Mario ROM hacks and the stuff. So I'm gonna explain this one by one as we get closer. But first, let's talk about Friday and next week. So here is the Kick announcement on our blog. Kick might be replacing Facebook streams, and I'm gonna tell you they will, based on what I've seen. Okay? So the projected return timeline is as follows. It is going to start as soon as Friday, and I'm going to show you the Kick channel in a moment. When we start our custom game night for the fall 2025 season. This is our second Fortnite of the season, but the first when it comes to custom game nights. So if you want to join us, please do feel free to do so. We will be on Kick and Twitch, and Kick and YouTube for this. Please note it is first come, first served, especially when we return to Blitz Royale. I'll talk about that more later. So Fortnite this Friday is going to be on YouTube and Kick, vertical and horizontal, and I'm going to explain why that's a big difference in a moment. The projected late game lineup when we return to Kick and when it's a full schedule is as follows. So the projected game lineup is our Mario World and Mario 64 ROM hacks. The exact same ROM hacks that I drafted a few weeks ago when we started the season. So all those ROM hacks will be played. The exception is Mario Meltdown, because we just started. We are in the middle of Mario Meltdown. Kick will get that last. Okay. If you're looking for Mario ROM hacks on Kick, I will start that when we start Mario's Return, which is a Super Mario World ROM hack, which will start sometime later this season. In addition to Mario ROM hacks, Fortnite will be added, and like I said earlier, it starts on Friday. This Friday, week 2, at 9:45 p.m. Then next Thursday, when we return to VR Chat Lite, it's a light return because of October being very busy with the MLB playoffs and Critical Role Campaign 4. We'll be doing those on Thursdays and Saturdays because of the Yuki the Hedgehog channel on Twitch. And that's exclusive to Twitch, not a Kick. Okay? And then, of course, Friday Night Fortnite. We are doing Blitz Royale and custom games this season, and potentially Showdown nights. I'll explain that later when I introduce Showdown nights for Fortnite sometime next week. Now, we are going to be doing something called multi-streaming. Multi-streaming, in retrospect, is when you multi-stream to 2 platforms or more in the same night, in the same time. For example, YouTube and Kick at the same time, 5:45, same schedule. So we'll be in conjunction with my main channel, Retro Yuki, on YouTube. So the schedule, when it's full schedule, when all games are decided and everything is that, Mondays and Wednesdays for Mario ROM hacks at 5:45. Now there is a possibility of a Maple Story being dropped. If that is the case, I am adding 9:45 on Mondays. Also on Kick and YouTube at the same time. Wednesdays only one stream at this time unless Mario Maker gets selected for Wednesdays. But in terms of Kick, it's just the Mario ROM hacks. And these are Mondays and Wednesdays. Thursdays, when we do VR chat light with any character other than Yuki the Hedgehog, 5:45 p.m. starting next Thursday. For week 3, also on Kick and YouTube, vertical and horizontal. If you've never seen VR chat before, you're in for a treat, especially if you're on Kick. But you're gonna have to wait for that when we get there. Fridays at 9:45, we have Fortnite. Like I mentioned earlier, starting this Friday, which is week 2. For our custom game nights, week 3 is going to be our Blitz Royale number 2. Come on in and join the fun as we try to get some W's. Okay, the streaming format, like I mentioned earlier, we're doing both horizontal and vertical. Just do keep in mind that if you've never seen VR chat before, we usually do vertical the whole time, the whole way. So there's no model like the model you see on the bottom right corner of your screen. That's the Yuki model, the VTuber model. You're not gonna see that when VR chat is on the board because I'm technically a character in VR chat. Makes sense. So that will be fully vertical, no model, no VTuber model, and the whole 9 yard. Okay, but that will still be vertical and horizontal. And because of dual layout, which I'm going to explain more in focus later. What do I expect on Kick? If you are brand new to Kick, you never watched a stream before, and you want to support a streamer, not just myself, here is what's new since the last time we streamed here on Kick. Okay? And it is as follows. Kicks is basically Twitch bits on Kick. So if you've been on on Twitch before and you sent bits, Kicks are the same thing, just on Kick. Subscription opens after 5 hours. So on Twitch, you had to, if you want to be a subscribe, you have to be a Twitch affiliate. Actually, they just changed this where you can subscribe right away, but you have to be an affiliate level to earn the money. Here on Kick, subscriptions open at 5 hours. So for example, if I stream tonight, let's just say for example, I stream 4 hours tonight, 1 hour on Friday for Fortnite, I automatically earn subscriptions. That's it. You literally had to stream for 5 hours, and that's all. On Twitch, you have to do average of 3 viewers and all that, and that's not always fun. Maybe in Mario Maker that is fun, but not when you're talking about Twitch. Okay, emotes. You get those right off the jump. Normally on Twitch, you wouldn't have to hope that the streamer you're watching is an affiliate. Now on Kick, off the jump, if I have emotes for you, I will give them to you. Don't worry about it. But I'm gonna ask someone on VGen to do that for me. I don't trust Twitter artists right now. I really don't. Especially if sometimes they give you $75 and it's like maybe AI generated. Who knows? and I don't like AI if it's going to be for art. I only want to use AI if it helps, but not for generative. And finally, they added channel points. Basically, Yuki coin on Kick. Except on Kick, I'm going to have to decide on how I'm going to do that, knowing that we're doing VR chat and Mario ROM hacks. If you guys want more information, there's a video by Big E talking about kicks right here. But why would you want to watch on Kick rather than Twitch or YouTube? Although YouTube is fun, and that's my main platform. The reasons are as follows. Viewers who wish to support a streamer, it doesn't have to be myself in general. It has to be anybody. If you donated $100 on Twitch versus $100 on Kick, the streamer gets $95 on Kick and $50 on Twitch. That is because of the revenue split. Kick gives the creator 95%, while Twitch gives the creator 50%. 95 or 50, what would we rather have? 95, of course. Okay, and that is across the board except in one scenario I will explain in a moment. No forced ads. This is very simple. I'm gonna go to my Kick channel, my new one, Retroyuki Kick. Makes sense. Retroyuki, just add the word Kick at the end and you get my Kick. So, no forced ads. I'm gonna go to a random stream right now and watch this. No ad, although gambling on stream. Oh, this just went offline. Borderlands 4, the new game. This is not an ad. This is a loading screen. No ad. This guy, slot machine. Is this an ad? No. Big E. Oh, I just talked about him. He's playing Apex Legends. You're watching Apex Legends. There's no ad. This guy, this girl, who's doing art. Is this an ad? No. She's promoting art. She's doing art. But is this an ad? No. No ad. Okay, zero ad. No ad. No ad. No ad. This guy is coming back. But my point being, there are no ads on Kick. On Twitch, if you want no ads, you better subscribe because that's the only way for no ads. And on top of that, even if the streamer puts no ads allowed on their settings, if the streamer does not run 3 ads per hour, you are going to get a forced pre-roll ad as compensation for that. Quote unquote compensation. They're going to cover that by forcing you to watch a pre-roll before you even watch the stream. And based on what I've seen in research, and especially with Devin Nash says if there is a pre-roll ad, 7 out of 10 will just not watch. And it's not even the streamer's fault sometimes. It's just Twitch getting their money where they getting their money. And remember, they're by Amazon. Okay? The next reason why you should watch on Kick is emotes. And you get them right off the rip. You don't need to be subscribed to me to get them. You don't need to pay me anything. They just give it to you off the rip. If the streamer, of course, has emotes for you to use. I don't, on this new channel, I don't, because I just started this new channel on Kick. But I'm going to have somebody on VGen to do that for me. But that's going to be way down the line. It's not done yet. And then finally, kicks are cheaper. So, like I mentioned earlier, kicks is basically their version of bits. Why are they cheaper? How are they cheaper? So if we look at we get kicks. You're going to notice that 100 kicks is $1.09. Not too bad. Look at it on Twitch. For the exact same amount of bits, 100 bits is $1.40. That is a difference of about 31 cent. 31. No, yeah, 31. 31 cent. Doesn't sound like much, but 30 cents can go a long way. Look at how much they are offering for 500 bits on Twitch at $7. On Kick, 500 kicks is $5.30. I'm just going to round it up to 30 cents. You are saving about $1.70 on Kick, buying 500 kicks, then you are buying $7 of 100 bits. What about for their most expensive option? 10,000 kicks on Kick is $105. $105.30. On Twitch, 10,000 bits is $126 even on a 10% discount. That means if we take full price of 10,000 bits, you are paying about $136 or no, actually I did that wrong. I think it's $140 if you get 10,000 bits on Twitch. If this was full price, you are paying about $40 less on Kick for 10,000 kicks than you are paying for the same amount of bits at 140 USD. Yeah, I would stay on Kick if I were you. Yes, that $105 is a lot of money, but compared to what Twitch is offering, yeah, you're gonna save about 40 something USD. Okay, so that's not bad. That's not a bad price of 105 USD. Now, what about 2026? Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay on Kick and YouTube. Twitch for VR chat on Saturday nights. But pay attention because I'm going to have my early 2026 preview for you sometime in the very near future. So we're going to be talking about Kick, we're going to talk about YouTube with their new things and Twitch with VR chat and stuff. So if again, it's like an early preview within the next few days or so. Maybe next week I'm going to start actually thinking. Now, I want to update you guys on something else, and that is Mario Maker, because this is also part of the update for today. So, as you guys know, that we have a running poll, a few polls to be exact. We have the Mario Maker poll in terms of the schedule, and it looks like you guys want Mario Maker on Thursdays and Saturdays, the exact same days as VR chat. Okay. Keep in mind, Mario Maker on Mondays and on what Thursdays and Saturdays will be at 9:45 p.m. Pacific. Okay, it's gonna be late at night for a few reasons. One being it's our return to Mario Maker this Saturday, and number two, I'm starting a brand new thing I want to try on Mario Maker called Arcade Mario. I'll talk about more about that within the next few days, because it's a new thing I want to try for Mario Maker streams. It's called Arcade Mode. There is no arcade mode in the actual game, but I but the way that I want to do it for Twitch is gonna be you guys get interactive. Again, I'm gonna be talking about more about this within the next few days. So don't worry. We're gonna I'm gonna get you interested if I can. So right now Mario Maker will be on Thursdays and Saturdays, starting week 3, which is next week. This week is Mario Maker only. Next week is VR Chat Lite. Okay. And another thing to announce is the official area with Mario Maker content. So based on what I've noticed, live Mario Maker will be on Twitch on this channel, which I'm gonna rename back to Yuki Mario World. Yuki Mario World. Okay, so I'm gonna rename this when I get the opportunity before this weekend. On YouTube, you will be watching the content whatever I make on Mario Maker stuff on Yuki Mario World, this channel. So all the Mario stuff will end up here at the end of the day. Okay, so that is a quick update on Mario Maker material. And of course, the big boy update on Kick. I do want to draw your attention to one final thing when it comes to the whole revenue thing on Kick. And this is important because if you want to stream here on Kick, there's one important thing you need to understand, and that is the Kick Partner Program. And the reason why I am also doing vertical streams on Kick. The Kick Partner Program is the only one at this moment that has an hourly pay program. Basically, hourly pay. What is hourly pay? If you have a job, a 9 to 5 job, you get paid hourly, right? You get a paycheck at the end of the month or on the 15th. This is basically that, but for streamers. The Kick Partner Program is basically a 9 to 5 as a streamer, hourly pay, and you get it every week. That's simple. But why is this important to understand? This is important to understand because of a few things and a few rules. The Kick Partner Program hourly pay applies to all streams except for gambling and sleeping. However, there's another rule. If you are a multi-streamer with the horizontal format, your hourly pay gets cut in half. Let's say you're earning $10 hourly. For every hour, you get $10. Makes sense. If you stream for 5 hours, you get $50. But if you are multi-streaming horizontally, they actually cut the pay in half. So you only get $25 at the end of the period. How about vertical? In vertical format, you actually get to keep the 95.5, which is insane. 95.5. Basically, it's almost untouched. So if you stream for 10 hours, it has to be on one day because it's per hour, and then whatever the bonus is after that. Let's say you get $100 total next week, and you are streaming vertically instead of horizontal when it comes to the multi-stream. You get 95%, and that's $95. Plus, oh yeah, there's a plus. Remember, I talked about subscriptions earlier and kicks. You get 95% of the kicks and 95% of the subscriptions. So the hourly pay is $95 plus whatever 95% of your kicks and subscriptions is. You are going to at least get $100. if you make $95 for that period because of kicks, because of subscriptions, and it's 95%. You only cut it in half if you are multi-streaming horizontally, and you still get money. It's insane what kick is right now. But we're only just getting started with our kick journey. Let's not talk about the whole revenue stuff yet. We'll talk about that more in 2026, okay? Or later this season. What's important is we are back on Kick. We're gonna be kicking it on Kick. We're gonna be kicking and chilling with Mario VR chat and Fortnite. Are you ready to kick it on Kick? That's all I'm gonna say about that. And remember, our name on Kick is Retroyuki with the word kick attached to it. That's all you need to know. We'll see you tonight on YouTube for vertical and horizontal Mario, and we'll see you on Friday on the Kick and on the YouTube. We're gonna be kicking it on Kick and on YouTube together. Enjoy. See you guys very soon.